Over a year ago, we reached 50k subs on this channel, and for quite a while, I was teasing that I would do a pretty big 50k special in which we would spend as much yen as subs. And so today, in December of 2023, which is over a year since then, I'm currently at 56, and so in order as punishment for taking a bit too long to reach that goal and to film the special, we're gonna be spending 56,000 yen here in Akiba, mostly, probably in Akiba, on card games. More specifically on Vanguard, as yesterday, as of the time of filming this, was the release of Triple Drive Booster, which included a lot of cool reprints. So I made a little priority list here in terms of what we want. So we got a little priority list here. Top priority is if we can find these, I want to finish my playsets of the effect triggers. I need 3 more, 4 and 4. So these are like 2k each, so I think that's not going to take up our whole thing. I want SIR Bafsagaras, optimally 4, maybe 1 Prison Seraph, and then if we find a Gavriel SP from History Collection, she's really rare, I highly doubt it, that would be a priority too. And then in case we don't exhaust the budget there, we have some low priority picks too, such as Shenli, which is the Dragon Empire promo that was used in Shirune here and there. A few of the other SIRs, so like Wellstra just to finish the Brancade collection, we got Jejeweled and Trickstar as well. And then there's a deluxe Brancade OT, which I won the Keter and Dark States ones, but unfortunately didn't win this one. They go for about 20k yen, so that's like almost half of the budget, but if we have that much left over, this could be one of the targets. Leonorn promo is a very low priority one. I'm still missing 3, so that could be something to finish. And then really low priority is like the Vanguard ride line in FR. So maybe if we need to, we'll get to the low priority stuff, but I feel like just these 5 up here might take up quite a bit of the budget. And so we are in Akiba here, which of course is the capital of all card shops, but we're here on a Saturday, and weekends here are super crowded. And as you can probably tell by all the people behind me, this is not even anything. It gets way worse. So we're not gonna go to the big card shops, and there's quite a few. You can see right over there, there's Card Rush and Dragon Star in the building just in front of the station, but it's super crowded there. That'll be our last resort if we can't find anything. But we're gonna try to go around Akiba a little bit and visit some stores that I particularly really like and wanna support. So let's get onto it. And first, visit ShakaShaka Toreka, which is a shop that has supported me quite a lot throughout the years. And we've also done a video with them before, so let's get on moving. All right, so now we're headed to Shaka, as I mentioned. And actually where we're passing by is UDX, which is the Worlds venue that's happening this February. So for those of you that are coming to Japan for Worlds, or if you're playing in Worlds, the venue is like right by the station too, so very, very close, and a very exciting place overall. So I'll be seeing a lot of you guys here. So we're gonna visit Shaka first, as I mentioned, and one important thing to keep in mind as we're visiting these stores is that most shops have a 0 filming policy. So they some don't even let you take pictures inside the store, some of them only don't allow filming, but for the most part, it's like the first shop we're visiting does allow it, but even the owner said that they're gonna be probably quite packed today because it's Saturday. So I think we'll probably be able to film a little bit here and there, but I think for the other shops we're gonna visit, it's gonna be me just kind of like popping in, coming out, telling you and showing you what I bought. So I think we're gonna be respectful, film where we have permission to film and not film where we don't. And if you see people filming in shops that clearly have no filming signs, they're breaking the law. So let's be careful with that and get on moving to our first stop. All right, so we arrived to Shaka entrance. So this place is actually pretty far from Akiba station itself. It's like maybe 5-6 minute walk. It's much closer to a metro station called Suehirocho, and that bike over there too. But it's a bit faster if you go through the metro, but it's not too far from Akiba station. So let's go inside and see what they still have left from the cars I want to get.
Unfortunately, when we reached Shaka, the owner wasn't there at the time, so we decided to go to a different store to start off the video.
I think let's go to the right here. Where like the only shop we had on that like part of the street is like Gurapan, which is like they have a lot of Fire Emblem Cypher there, and they also have a lot of Shadowverse Evolved and One Piece and Vice. That's like what they're kind of famous for. So now we're kind of in the back streets.
Back street is also crowded in front. What the heck?
Not as bad as the main street though.
Yeah, true, but
I mean, Akiba's gonna be crowded everywhere until you walk up to Ochanomizu where like Cardon is. Cardon should be okay, but
I mean, there's also Ikkyu-san.
Yeah, we could visit Ikkyu-san as well. They have this like card game vending machine place that opened up recently. This thing on the left, the yellow.
Okay.
So this thing opened up recently, and it's just, I think we can even walk up to it. I think.
Okay.
Because it's just like, it's literally just TCG vending machine, but I think it's all like Pokemon and like,
I think it's
like maybe One Piece as well. Yeah, it looks like just Yeah, it's literally just Pokemon vending machines. And it's like completely unmanned, which is kind of interesting, but it's a little sus. Always these vending machines are a little bit like, how do you...
Oripa is usually rip-offs.
Yeah, like, unless you get it from like a shop that you trust.
Yeah.
Like, Shaka's Oripa, I've never gotten like anything horrible. It's usually like at least fine.
I remember like the guys in Shaka, like they got the new One Piece Oripas.
Yeah.
They hit like 20k stuff for like 2k pack, like
Oh
2k
my god.
Oripas.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane.
But like now that I know the big prize is taken away, I think like I'm not gonna
Yeah, right.
Oripas there.
No point, no point. Can walk one more street up.
Kyusan is
One more down.
the Butayaro.
Oh yeah. You get to see all kinds of little weep shit on the way too. Finding things in card shops.
They're having like a double anime collab.
They had Shadowverse Flame here once too. I guess we can pop by EQ-san. I've only been to their like yeah, what is this? What's the blonde girl?
The blonde girl is like another anime. Like it's, I think the direct translation, like it's cook your liver, like pig liver, before you eat it.
Huh.
Yeah, cook it well done.
Interesting.
Because like the protag died because of eating like raw liver, and got isekai tenset and become a pig. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Isekai nowadays, right?
That's...
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that.
So the first store we ended up reaching is actually a shop called Ikkyu-san, or just 193, and they actually have a special Bushiroad only floor at the very top of their card store. They have multiple floors, one for dual space, one for all the other card games, like a massive section. But the Bushiroad floor has only Bushiroad card games and has a huge section for both Vice and Shadowverse Evolve, as well as of course Vanguard, with even some really old products in there too, so it's definitely worth a visit.
All right, so our first stop was supposed to be Shaka, but the owner of Shaka wasn't there, and the other staff suggested that to wait for him to return from his lunch break, since there'll be more hype, as he put it. So our first stop was actually Ikkyu-san, which is a shop that has a special Bushiroad floor specifically for Vanguard, Vice, and Shadowverse Evolve. And so at this first stop, we spent our first amount, which is 8,400, for a card that is in the lower priority list, but I didn't see it in Shaka, which is Shenli. So this is the, let's open it up here. This is the promo for Dragon Empire, the stealth one that gives you soul and draw. So she's basically a little pricey, and I was definitely not gonna buy her otherwise unless we were doing a recording like this. So first one off, and let's check how much we have left as well. Our initial total was 56,000. So we're gonna take off 8,400 off of that. So now we have 47.6 left to spend here, which is still quite a lot no matter how you look at it. So let's continue on. All right, so now we're in this very narrow little street that you're seeing behind me, which is a street where they have Dragon Stars. So this whole red building is one of the big card shop chains in Japan that I also suggest checking their online store all the time because they have a lot of good stock for Vanguard. They ship worldwide too. They definitely don't allow for filming, so I'll quickly pop in and check what they have, see if there's anything that stands out in terms of good prices, and come back out. So I'll see you guys in a second. There's nothing. Very crowded, and prices are kind of the same as every other shop, so I wouldn't say it was anything too special. So I guess let's move on to Card Rush, which is right around the corner actually, and usually has some good deals too. So next up, as I mentioned, is Card Rush, which you see here in the back. Again, this one is definitely no filming. They are very, very adamant about no filming. There's some shops that'll chase you down if they see you taking pictures too. But here they have a lot of good prices. I've been leaving addresses and stuff for these shops. If you're in Tokyo, you want to visit them, check out the shops. This one, there's 3 Card Rushes in Akiba itself. This one, as well as the one in front of the station, are the ones with the big Vanguard sections. So I'll go check here quickly. It should be less crowded than the station one, and see what they have. But I think a lot of the good Vanguard stock is in the one by the station, so expectations aren't too high. So I'll go in and check it out. All right, went to Card Rush. They had quite a lot of stuff, but I also haven't bought stuff at Shaka yet. So there's a bunch of things like triggers that I'm like, I want to go to Shaka first, and then after that, actually go and like spend whatever I have left after that. So So we might come back to that card rush. They had a few things. They didn't have the Champion OT that I was hoping to find there. They might have it at the one by the station, so we might come back there too. But it's pretty crowded there, so we'll see. But for now, let's go to Shaka.
じゃあやっとシャカシャカにも来れたので店長から一言。
ありがとうございます。シャカシャカトレカ店長佐々木です。こんにちは。ぜひね、日本に来た時はシャカシャカトレカで買ってもらえれば、なんかカードとかね、わからないことがあったら聞いてもらえれば丁寧に教えるんで待ってます。
そうそうそう、ニュアンスでなんとか伝わる。そう、結構今クリスマス休みで結構人入ると思うし、やっと来年の世界大会もやっと東京開催なので、多分結構来そうと思います。
番外祭とかでもね来る人結構多いし、ね、いいね。ここからどんどんどんどん。
シャカシャカでお金使ってください。ありがとうございます。
Okay, so this is the new set showcase that they have for the Triple Drive booster, and you can kind of already see there's a lot of stuff is already kind of gone. So I think for Dragon Empire we still have everything. For Dark States it feels like we're missing Bruce, and then for Dragon Empire you can see that one of the triggers is missing. For Dark States I think one of the triggers is missing. So I think we're kind of cutting it close in terms of getting everything we want. So we basically, the way it works here is that you pick up a little piece of paper and you fill out the cards you want. You can notice here that everything has a little number on it. So you write the number that you want and the price and then like what card game is from, because they do like Shadowverse Evolve and Digimon as well. And then if they have stock, you get it. If they don't, they don't. So I'll fill this in and then see how much of this we can hit and how much of our budget we exhaust as well. Vanguard. I think we can actually fill out a lot here. I think we want the triggers first. So get, I guess 3 fronts should be okay. I don't think I'll run 4 fronts in anything ever. So 3 should be okay. Crits if I can get 4, that'd be optimal. And then draws, I guess we can get 2, that's okay. Try to hit a, they have Buff Sagara here as well. So I think we try to hit that too. Thinking how many bubbles to do. I think if I try to get 4, I think we're gonna go over budget. So I think I might have to restrain and get 3 should be safe, and then still finish the trigger playsets. I think. Let me count. This would be 15, 1650, 1650 plus 6, 220, plus 7, 290, plus 7, 360, and then if I have this, I guess we're barely in. And I can still pick up a Trickstar and a Jeweled. Let's try that. Let's see if this goes over budget. I think it should be still within. I want 1 Trickstar and 1 Jeweled. 6. I think that more or less ticks off everything I want urgently. More or less. So let's try. So this is how it looks in Shaka system. Like different shops have different systems of how to buy cards, but I'll do a more in-depth go over how to buy cards in card shops in a future video. But for now, let's try this. お願いします。
はい、ありがとうございます。今ご用意します。
店長さんが働いてるところもちゃんと撮影したいと。でもありがたいです。こうやってもう安心撮影できるのすごく助かります。
ちょうどタイミングが。
そう。少なくなってる。お、バブもラスト。
バブはちょうど3枚。
おお、よかった。お、
クリティカルトリガーが2枚だけ。
了解です。ありがとうございます。
じゃあこれで状態と枚数をご確認ください。
ありがとうございます。バブさん。はい、OK です。お願いします。
2000円が3枚と3500円が2枚。3500円が2枚。5500円が3枚。おお。
一気に上がる。
1500円と3000円でいった4万1000円。
4万1000円。1、2、3、4。やばい。 まず4万と1000円。
ありがとうございます。
こちらこそありがとうございます。
4万1000円。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。これであと6600円使わないと。
いいな、そんなに使えて。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
And went up to look for the final pieces of the cards we were trying to fill up the budget with, and so went into Dragon Star one more time, but sadly no dice. But then, the final stop for the day, Card Rush, was surely gonna have the last cards I needed.
Nice. We did it. We did it. Within the budget. 6K on the dot. It's 5,960.
We are very dark right here.
It's okay. We can't see shit. I'm gonna show you a dark card. In this dark atmosphere, I managed to find 2 last brand gate crits for. It's okay. They were 3K each. 3K each, which is like the exact value I was hoping for. And so with that, we've basically hit our goal. So let's take a look at what our little paper looked like here. It's very crumpled up now. Have we hit our top priorities? We got our 2 extra draws. So now I have 3 fronts, which I wanted, 4 crits, 3 babus. Oh, did I get the Seraph? I'm not sure if I did. I think I got a Dredjeweled instead. I guess it's fine. I already have the Tomori Seraph, so I'm fine without it. And here we hit the 3 Shenlis, we got a Dredjeweled and a Trickstar, so pretty good considering within our little budget here. So I'll do a little section after this showing everything we got in up close detail. It was a pretty successful day. I think to send off the video, maybe let's go to a bit of a brighter spot. All right, so to close out the video, let's go quickly over everything that was open today, everything that was bought today rather in this 50K special. It's a lovely Tinkaton deck box over here. But today, we actually only went to 3 stores to buy stuff. And so in terms of what we got the 3 Shenlis. So this was from Ikkyu-san, shout outs to them. And then Shaka's where we did the big purchases, right? We got our Dredjeweled, we got ourselves this Trickstar, gonna bring this back in a second later. Then we got our 3 SIR buff Sagaras. I'm gonna get the 4th eventually. We'll get the 4th eventually. And then got my 2 missing SIR draws for Brant. And then we got 2 SIR crits at Shaka as well, and then we hit 3 SIR fronts, and then I was just missing the 2 final SIR crits that we got at Card Rush, so that was very, very nice. But actually, if I was just buying stuff for myself, this would be maybe a little bit like, oh come on man, you're celebrating getting 50K subs. So this little Trickstar, to celebrate, the Dress series ending, and to celebrate 50K subs, I'll be giving away to 1 person that comments on this video. So comment what your favorite part was of it, or what you're most excited about from this set or from Divines or whatever, honestly. And after a certain date that's pictured on screen right here, I'll pick out a winner and send it to you. If you want it signed or anything, you can ask for it as well. So just a little bit to give back to the community as well. So thank you very much for everyone for coming through. And otherwise, if you like this video, give it a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Channel memberships are always open as well. And otherwise, we're gonna go check out MyGo and play some Gundam. I'll see y'all around.